Hello everybody, today's video we'll be going over all the robots and creatures, which includes the rock and the glow bug currently. There's only two. So for start off with, just going for each bot, then I'll go into raids, and what type of raids could bring certain bots, and what level that be, and then we'll finish off with the creatures. There's only two, so I figured I'll throw them in as well. So let's get into it. Start off with, start with the Toadbot, probably the first bot you'll find in survival. So Toadbots are quite small, not very strong units, and can't really overwhelm you much unless you get stuck. They can also swim, so don't think about jumping in water to get away from them. Although if you were to dive, they can't follow you. They're literally stuck at surface swimming. They are go off the rocks. This is the same for glow bugs. They're cautious around saws and drills. So you see it'll go in and it'll back off. Then eventually it will go in for attack. And also you can just use the sword to there you come. They can be found in all raids, and the minimum for a raid is 10 crops, or 10 crops in terms of value. So cats are 1, there's 10 of them, so that adds up to 10. You can see the first one has 3. Locations are a few. For example, when you start survival, the first building will have Toadbots inside of it. From my knowledge, there's no others like this. It's just Haybots from now on, and after this moment. Can be found in forests, not commonly. Common place to find one is like these little ruins. See here's one by the side. A big place to get them is like the filtration plant or silo district. That one's around warehouses. You can also find them running around, so in grasslands or by roads. There's a special ember biome where big farm bots spawn, and they can also be found there rarely. They're 15 health and have a whip attack, just does 15 on normal. Difference between easy and normal is easy is just half of what's normal. They take 3 hits to kill with a sledgehammer, and a sledgehammer does 5, so easy. A swarm ain't really dangerous. They're pretty slow, and you can just easily run backwards and hammer them. They drop circuit boards, and they also drop heads. Their heads. Although this ain't as a drop, actual item drop, it's as a physical part in the world. So be careful not to leave a ton of these laying around. Hey bots. Now the second bot you'll probably run into. You can see here, got Hey bot. These are a bit more dangerous, although not deadly. Except for their numbers, perhaps. And you're running them shortly after you start. They also attack rocks. Also, you see the way they attack, they don't go directly in. They sort of stalk their prey, I guess you could say. So they'll go around a little bit. And eventually they'll go in for the hit. Unless they're hit first. They're also cautious around saws or drills. And obviously can hurt them. Hey bots, they do have a swimming animation, although they will not go in water by themselves, so you have to drop them or knock them in. And for raids, you need either do them the third night of 10 crops, or you could get one first night with 20 crops values. Here's 40 carrots. See, I got 2 hay bots here. Locations. There's a lot of the places you can find them. So these little grasslands. This one. They also spawn around these ruins. You can. So for the second one you find there. There's also one at every mechanic station, hidden in one of the sleep containers. In the middle one, guarding the master battery. See, one right there. You can also find one at the farm camps. Or camps of cage farmers. Also obviously grasslands, like I said before. Hayfields are commonplace. Also be careful, they will blend in. Forests, they go spawn in. Same with autumn forests. They also a lot of them inside Scrap City. Hey what? So 25 health. They have 2 attacks. Have a poke, which does a little less damage at 20, and a swing, which does 30. But the swing tends to be when you attack them. The poke can be the initial attack. though they can do poke a lot when I was trying to get a swing. They are vulnerable to water buckets or water cannons. This does disable them for a bit. So a good way to deal with packs. Just quickly disable a couple and deal with one by going backwards. I would recommend this because when in packs, they're quite deadly. It feels like they go faster, but I think it's just they sort of able to push each other forwards, sort of effect. But it does make it hard to get away. So in this shot, I was actually sort of lucky. I didn't get hit for a while. But when they're in like, these little packs, they can start to do a lot of damage. So be careful. They drop circuit boards and component kits. They also drop a part of themselves, which can be refined into scrap metal. Fun box. What originally was thought to be a boss, turns out it wasn't. I was thinking the first boss is going to be added in chapter 2. So I guess this is the mini boss. Not easy to deal with. They're immune to sledgehammer attacks. So you can't just respawn into a bed and all that. Just hammer them. So it still requires the player to get a spud gun. Even then it takes 58 shots with just a regular spud gun. You get too high or too low to them, they will shoot you. You can sort of use this to make them stop, and then you leg it further. So yeah, I got too low as well, so he started shooting. They can go in water, but they obviously don't float, so they just go along the bottom. They can destroy trees, so don't rely on them protecting you. So yeah, they can actually sort of break through it quite quickly. And the same for rocks. They will... I'll be honest, this is a good way to get mail early on, I guess. You can see he does do a lot of damage to these rocks. Obviously there I got too low again. An important drop they have always is the warehouse key. Though this might change with chapter 2. They also can drop circuit boards or component kits. Only one of those two. A good place to trap them is in oil ponds. Lure them in. I think. For some reason when you get ragdolled, they do float. Then he'll quickly sink. You can see they get stuck in the bottom. So yeah, you need to find one. You can't get rid of it. Neat little trick is you place the lift in the right place under them. They are launched a little bit. So I won't rely on this. I think in survival. Obviously I have no aggro on to do this. You can kill them with 2 explosives. So I believe you can do it with just 1 large. So normally it takes me 2. They do take full damage on that go bots. So here I took about 18 shots to actually kill it after that fall. See actually with the kill it quite quickly. The farm bot also has 400 health, so it's quite hard to kill. They will attack rocks and glow bugs. For raids, you can get them in the 9th level raid, but that's on the 3rd night. Or you can go for the level 10 raid, which is max and get on the 1st night. Level 10 raid requires 300 crop values and at least 50 value of higher crops. So I just planted a full field of broccoli to do this as they are worth 3. So this is 10 by 10 essentially. So yeah, got 1 farm. And the 3rd night of this setup would have 3. Locations are full few places. Obviously Grasslands is one. They're also found in forests, and there's also a little special area that is commonly found, a little desert or flat open area in the center. A special version of the Ember biome, which has this like canyon or big hole in the center. You can find lots around them, so you can see them all dotted around. Number here is 3 right in the center by loot. Scrap City has 4, so one of the spawns is here. There's 2 nearby each other, and then there's another one somewhere else. The Silo District also has 1 in the center. Warehouses are a chance for them. Spawn it. Okay, I'm gonna break the attacks up. So they'll kick and a swipe. Kick ain't really a common one, and the swipe is normally the most common one. So obviously the swipe does 35, kick does 10. So it's hard to see. So obviously they get it 3 times. And the projectiles it shoots are pesticides. So the projectile itself does do 4 damage. So it tends to be quickly followed by the actual Pesticides Cloud it creates, which does 10 afterwards. All this is at normal mode. You can see here, slow mo, you can see a little bit of the 4 damage there, that's quite hard to see. Tape bots. So two variants. There's blue, so we'll start off with the blue one, and we'll get into the red one afterwards. So the blue tape bot, they don't have much health, but they do a lot of damage. They do 55 damage just with their one projectile. So if two of them shoot you at the same time, you're sort of dead. You can see there are some sub-variants of the blue tape bot. The difference is there's tapes on them, and they also can drop batteries and component kits. They don't always drop something though. They target rocks. For wades, you need any higher tier wade, so that is wade level 7. When I was recording this, I sort of forgot, but you can see a table did come in. This is a third night version though, so I've got 10 hay bots or so on in there as well. Locations are just around or inside the warehouse. Don't have many spawns. You can see they do have some variants, so you can see tape. It's different on all of them. Attacks, as I said before, 55 per shot, only 10 health. So they also have a weakness. If you shoot for the head, you can take them out in one shot, which is quite useful considering they need 2 to take you out. So 2 shots to the body, you can see here, and then a headshot just instantly takes them out. Red tape bot, similar to the blue tape bot, but in some ways worse, but some ways easier, as it can take itself out at times. So the difference is it shoots an explosive tape instead, which obviously damages any blocks around him. Does go off the rocks as well. I had another clip I didn't use where he kept missing. But locations, only one place, the last floor warehouses. So a 2-story, we'll have it on the second floor. Third story will be on the third floor. Fourth story will be on the fourth floor. Attacks, his shot does 62, sort of combined values. You can see here, it's a lot of health, but it does have a slower shot rate than the blue tape bot, which sort of makes it better. You'll see here, it's actually a lot easier. I found it a lot easier just to do this left and right action, dodge. And then obviously I could go in if I wanted to get a kill, if I wanted that. So here's me in warehouse. You can see, we'll see the big hole it makes, but the second one, it blew itself up. So here, a fine one, it's one like between levels in the floor. Just get its attention and go underneath, or get it to shoot something in front of it. It will blow itself up like it did here. So you can see it through the crates, and then all of a sudden it blows itself up. I think it blew his buddy up. I'm not sure if it was a buddy or it just crushed him with something. Rocks are the first creature you probably run into. So here's a little hidden location. I don't know if many people know about it, but it's a little pasture in the middle of the forest. It's quite hidden. Obviously, there's hay bots that appear to spawn nearby it, so there might not be rocks when you actually find it. So take your time. Once you go in though, if you do it with the hay and milk, there's actually a wok a wok version of a wok. They also spawn in hay fields. You can see here. Also there'll be hay bots here, so they might be under attack a lot. And the common place you probably run into them is all these grassy areas called grasslands. Give them 3 bits of corn, they will give you milk, which does a good amount of hydration. So it's an easy way to get hydration early game. You don't need to grow any plants or anything, so you don't need to risk having bots attack. You just need to make sure they don't kill the bot while you're trying to feed it. If they are hit, they will run away. Though normally after they're getting hit, they tend to ragdoll a lot of the time. So obviously, sort of doesn't really help them, but they will run. They can get caught in train a little bit. So obviously, as you've seen before, tow bots attack them, hay bots attack them, farm bots attack them, hay bots attack them, and red tape bots attack them. Glow bug, found in deep water caves. Health 25, the rock has 50. So that's the sort of deep water area there. This is a deep water cave. Find a few scattered outside. So there's one there. There's one this next level. as you go down to the main area, which you can also find old loot. Sometimes you need a golden crate. Find about 4, probably normally down here. And also, you pick them up, you swim slower, so it is a bit of a risky thing to do. Because then it takes a lot of your air to start with. You can pick them up with just one white mouse button. So it's pretty easy to move around. You do obviously move slower, so be careful when moving around them. You get cardboard, being 15 cardboard. Yes, and they do eat cardboard. Don't know how they survive down here on the food's cardboard. But, so once it's eaten 15 bits of cardboard. Okay, there you go, 15. 15, you get something called glue. This can be used for explosives or batteries and glow sticks. Other than that, it doesn't have anything else, other uses. Oh, unless your couple of friends build a glue. Obviously, the main use for it is probably explosives at this point, bonus. Doesn't move quickly. You can use to make like bolts and that, using it as it tends to move in the direction. Also, as I said earlier, it is attacked by well all the other bots. Obviously, some do better, some obviously take a bit longer, and some don't notice when they're by their feet. And here's another good example of the bot blowing himself up. Okay, I hope you enjoyed so far. And I'm planning to do another one of these when Chapter 2 comes out, although that will probably be broken down a lot more. This has taken quite a while. Been doing this for a week, and a lot has gone into it. So when Chapter 2 does come out, it'll be per bot basis type of thing. Just keep it more simpler. Second thing is, for anyone who's actually stayed to this part of the video, next week, or maybe a week after, not sure where I'm going to do it, but I'm going to start doing a little bit of a Mythbuster series. The first one's going to be about warehouses, and just see what happens. For example, if you bring a farm bot inside, I think I'll see a lot of it is made of blocks, so it would break a lot. Just things like how big it's inside, and probably some other things. Anyway, I'll see you next time, and yeah, goodbye. Why is my buttons? Did he break? That's actually pretty good, that was. See ya.